Breaking news has sent shockwaves across the NFL as Commissioner Roger Goodell comes out swinging. Taking direct aim at Rex Ryan for his recent controversial remarks about rising star Shedeur Sanders. In a bold and unexpected statement, Goodell made it clear that the league would not turn a blind eye to what he described as potentially damaging and hateful rhetoric. He announced that he would personally investigate the situation, ensuring accountability at every level. But what stunned fans even more was Goodell's declaration that if the facts revealed something deeper, a coordinated smear campaign or misconduct, the league wouldn't hesitate to take drastic measures, including removing Ryan from the NFL entirely. Even more shocking, Goodell emphasized that this investigation might reach higher than anyone expected. He reminded teams that if any NFL club or owner were found complicit in spreading or supporting negative narratives about Sanders, he had the authority to remove that owner from the league as well. It was a rare, powerful statement, one that made it clear that the commissioner was drawing a line in the sand. The message was simple: there would be no tolerance for actions or comments that undermine the league's integrity or targeted players unfairly. As this breaking story developed, the league, community, and fans alike found themselves asking how a heated sports debate could spiral into a full-blown controversy that demanded the commissioner's attention. But that's exactly what had happened. Rex Ryan, known for his brash personality and unapologetic commentary, had taken aim at Shedeur Sanders just days earlier, questioning his capability, leadership, and even his right to compete at an elite level. Ryan claimed Sanders hadn't earned his position and suggested that he was being elevated by hype rather than merit. It wasn't the first time Ryan had made bold comments on air, but this time, he hit a nerve. What many saw as an attempt to keep it real quickly turned into a storm of backlash. Fans accused Ryan of tearing down a young athlete who had done nothing but work hard to prove himself. NFL legends, media personalities, and players rallied behind Shedeur, calling Ryan's comments not just unfair, but damaging. Some even suggested that there was a deeper bias at play, one that reflected the constant scrutiny faced by certain players, no matter how hard they worked. Cleveland Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski soon stepped up to defend his quarterback. In a press conference that made headlines across sports media, Stefanski firmly rejected the rumors and narratives that had painted Sanders as arrogant or narcissistic. He described Shedeur as the complete opposite: disciplined, humble, and committed to growth. "We just finished a red zone 7-on-7, Stefanski told reporters. "Shedeur and the rest of the young guys are working every day, staying focused on what matters. He's doing exactly what we ask, putting in the work." But just as the league seemed ready to move on, Rex Ryan reversed course. Under mounting public pressure and facing near-universal criticism, Ryan suddenly changed his stance. In a follow-up appearance, he urged the Browns to give Shedeur a chance to start, praising his raw talent and leadership potential. He said it wasn't about favoritism. It was about investing in the team's future. To many, the reversal felt forced. The timing was too convenient, too quick. The man who just days earlier questioned Sanders' readiness was now calling him a player who could absolutely lead the Browns. Offense, NFL insiders, and fans immediately saw the shift for what it was: damage control. The criticism had been relentless. Social media tore Ryan apart for what they saw as arrogance and disrespect, and analysts weren't holding back either. NFL legend Michael Irvin openly called Ryan out, saying, "If you're going to question a young man's confidence, then you'd better be ready to question your own." Irvin's fiery defense of Shedeur reminded everyone that confidence isn't arrogance, it's survival in the NFL. Every great player has it, and every critic who confuses the two exposes their own bias. Cam Newton also jumped into the conversation, using his platform to highlight the broader issue: how easily some players become targets for reasons that go beyond football. "Some of the same things people ridicule Shedeur Sanders for," Cam said, "are the same things that make fans love other quarterbacks. It's all in the eye of the beholder." His point hit home. What might be seen as swagger in one player is labeled ego in another. And when the same confidence that drives success becomes ammunition for criticism, It exposes something deeper about how certain athletes are perceived. Amid the growing noise, Roger Goodell's intervention took the story to an entirely new level. His decision to personally oversee the investigation wasn't just about Rex Ryan. It was about setting a precedent. The commissioner was making an example out of this situation, reminding everyone that the NFL's image and fairness weren't up for negotiation. His warning to team owners only amplified that message. If anyone in the league was found to have participated in smearing a player's reputation, directly or indirectly, they would face severe consequences. This move by Goodell represents something rarely seen in the NFL. A direct acknowledgement that words, narratives, and public perception can have as much power as performance on the field. And for Shedeur Sanders, it was validation that his name, his effort, and his potential were worth defending. Through it all, Sanders has remained composed, continuing to train and show up for practice as if nothing outside the field mattered. His coaches describe him as locked in, focused, and unshaken by the outside noise. It's that calm resilience that's won him growing respect across the league. Rex Ryan's sudden change of heart, however, hasn't completely repaired the damage. Fans are divided. Some say he's simply owning up to his mistake, while others believe he's only trying to save his career in the wake of Goodell's warning. Either way, his credibility has taken a hit, and it's clear that this controversy has permanently altered how people view him. For a man who built his reputation on bold takes, this might be the moment that finally humbled him. Meanwhile, analysts like Michael Irvin and Cam Newton continue to hammer home the bigger issue: fairness. They argue that Shedeur isn't just fighting for playing time. He's fighting to be seen without prejudice. And for many fans, that's what this entire saga has come to represent. It's not just about one player or one commentator. It's about the culture of football, where perception can shape opportunity, and where a young athlete's reputation can be defined by someone else's microphone. As the dust begins to settle, one thing is undeniable. Roger Goodell's response has changed the tone of this conversation. The commissioner's words have forced everyone from owners to analysts to think twice before crossing the line. It's a message that extends beyond this one incident and into the very heart of how the NFL wants to define itself. Moving forward, a league built not just on competition, but on respect. And for Shedeur Sanders, this chapter could very well mark the start of something greater. He's proven that even in the face of harsh criticism and public doubt, staying focused and composed speaks louder than any controversy. His ability to remain grounded has turned him into more than just a promising player. It's turned him into a symbol of perseverance. So as the NFL continues to monitor this unfolding story, fans can't help but wonder what comes next. Will Goodell follow through on his threat to take serious action? Will Rex Ryan's words continue to haunt his legacy? And most importantly, will Shedeur Sanders finally get the fair shot he deserves to prove his critics wrong on the field where it matters most? What do you think about all this? Do you agree with Commissioner Goodell stepping in and threatening to take action against Rex Ryan or any owners involved in this alleged smear campaign? Was Ryan sincere in changing his stance, or did public pressure force his hand? And do you believe Shedeur Sanders is being unfairly targeted by the media? Share your thoughts in the comments below.